How does the federal court ruling last week in the Ripple case impact your stance toward digital asset regulation?
Fair notice. And while disappointed on what they said about retail investors, we're still looking at it and assessing that opinion.
I chose Ripple. I had a lot of options, but I chose them because they have a functional role. So they facilitate cross-border payments. It's one of their functions with XRP.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if, other than the U.S. bank, HSBC also is one of the adopters of this technology going forward.
Ripple intends to use XRP for cross-border settlements. How likely is it that XRP becomes the #1 cryptocurrency now that it does have a bit more legal clarity?
When you think about the intergenerational wealth transfer that's going to go on, what do you think about?
Yeah. Well, first of all, thanks for having me. And if you're only thinking about it now, you're behind the 8 ball.
We're working to get rid of Gary Gensler. I gave a hearing where I was able to communicate with him and say, look, I plan to fire you.
Enjoy the ride, pal.
You got some bags. Welcome to the party. Welcome back to some more Moon o'clock news. No breakfast, no coffee, just straight extra bullishness. Shout out to the latest sub. Appreciate you stopping by, stuffing some bags. Go ahead, throw on those moon suits, throw on those pilot shades. Buckle up, because the future's extra bullish. Let's go full speed, full throttle into the cryptoverse. We got the total global cryptocurrency market cap today at 1.24 trillion, down almost 2% in the past 24 hours. We got XRP in that number 4 spot, right around 73 cents, down 5.5 in the past 24, still up 53, almost 54% in the past 7 days. We got Stellar XLM right around 13 cents. We got BTC 29,831. We got ETH right around 19 hundo. Flare Networks right around 0.0137. Songbird 006. We got XLIST at 0005. Spectre right around a nickel. ELS 0029. We got EQ at 0.043. Casino Coin 000155. Taking a look at the altcoin season index here. We are still in the Bitcoin season at a 20. We need to be above a 75 for it to be a full-blown altcoin season. Some of the top 50 performing coins over the last 90 days. XRP creeping up, XLM. Got a tweet from Ripple to kick things off. The recent court ruling has sparked a surge in excitement around Ripple. Beware of the scam. Ripple accounts or fake executive accounts promoting XRP giveaways or XRP airdrops. Remember, Ripple and his executives will never ask you to send funds anywhere. There's a lot of scammers are taking advantage of the recent good news to try and cheat and steal. There are no airdrops. There are no giveaways. There are no special offers associated with this ruling. Never ever send out your XRP, your private keys. Be careful of the scammers, fake accounts out there. They want those bags by any means. Got Eleanor Terra asking all around the great legal minds. I know Attorney Jeremy comes to aid. This is basically just a form stating that Judge Netburn will take over the case until the trial date for the individual defendants. The settlement box ticks is not significant. New Judge Torres has referred the Ripple case to Magistrate Judge Netburn for general pre-trial, including scheduling and discovery, pre-trial motions, and settlement. Got Edward Farina says, boom, Judge Torres has assigned the SEC case against Ripple to Judge Netburn for general pre-trial settlement. Incoming. We got Ripple says the U.S. banks will want to use XRP cryptocurrency after the partial victory in the SEC fight. Ripple is confident that the U.S. banks will start wanting to use XRP for cross-border transactions after a judge gave the firm a partial victory in the fight against the corrupt SEC. General Counsel Stu told CNBC a judge ruled that XRP, the cryptocurrency Ripple is closely associated with, was not itself necessarily a security and a development with major implications for the digital asset industry. It wasn't a total victory for Ripple. However, the judge also ruled that the sales of XRP by Ripple to institutional buyers do count as unregistered sales of securities. And we got DAI, digital asset investor, Gary comments on the Ripple loss.
How does the federal court ruling last week in the Ripple case impact your stance toward digital asset regulation? Does it inject urgency into the need for federal legislation to clarify regulatory oversight of this industry?
Look, our mission remains exactly what I spoke about earlier, about investor protection, promoting capital formation, and the markets in the middle. This is a recent decision, just a handful of days ago. We were pleased from that decision, recognizing the importance of protecting investors on the institutional investors in that and that the court movement with regard to fair notice. And while disappointed on what they said about retail investors, we're still looking at it and assessing that opinion.
XRP, not a security. Know what you hold, Gary? You still there? We got Watcher Guru. Gary says he's disappointed that the court ruled XRP is not a security. We got Breaking. Gary Gensler addresses the Ripple summary judgment decision for the first time since last week's ruling. He says, while we're disappointed on what they said about retail investors, we're still looking at it and assessing that, Gary. John Dean says we're almost at 2,900 Coinbase customers who have joined to serve as a potential amici. Eleanor Terrett announced today that Gary Gensler said he was disappointed about what the judge ruled related to the retail investors in the XRP case. Remember, Gensler's SEC objected to XRP holders serving as amicus curiae. If you don't want Gensler and the SEC lawyers speaking on your behalf, consider joining. If you can't use the Google form, you can contact my office and we will enter your info. Links will be down below. Shout out John Deaton. Got Eleanor Terrett listening to John Deaton talking to Ash Bennington on the likelihood of a SEC Gov appeal on the Ripple decision. Thing to know is that the judge decision, unless there's an interlocutory appeal, it's going to be the law of the land for the next 2 to 3 years because it's going to take that much time before it gets to the Second Circuit. This economy needs innovation to recover. We need the XRP ledger. Rosie Rios, the trains left the station.
I chose Ripple. I had a lot of options, but I chose them because they have a functional role. So they facilitate cross-border payments. It's one of their functions with XRP. So it's not just some floating asset out there. They actually have a purpose, right? And so you know, it was the right choice for me. Someone else might have some.
So I'm in the XRP army.
Okay,
to let
yay,
you know,
excellent, excellent.
I'm a firm believer of the utility component.
Excellent.
And hopefully this thing going on right now, the SEC will go away soon.
I think what President Biden's executive order that he announced in March to have this kind of reconnaissance of digital assets for this calendar year is an important one. It may not get to very specific recommendations, but I think the best you're going to hope for, at least today, is at least a path forward. How do you start these conversations? How do you, one of my favorite phrases that you'll hear me quote all the time is the train's already left the station. Blockchain is here to stay. Absolutely. Because of fractional real estate, art, NFTs, whatever. It's here to stay. But how do we lay the tracks?
Absolutely.
How do you lay the tracks?
And I've never heard the other side of the table, but I imagine both sides are trying to figure out, we're trying to figure out the rule book. We're trying to figure, it's never been done.
Look, and here's the thing.
It's very challenging on both sides.
This economy needs innovation to recover.
We need that XRP ledger, faster, cheaper, more efficient, and now XRP, not a security. We got that clarity. The trains left the station. Know what you hold? Rosie Rios does. We got digital asset investor Link2 predicts that U.S. banks will begin announcing that they will be using XRP after the SEC settlement post-judgment and names HSBC as a potential international bank that will use it. XRP.
Well, Stuart Alderati is a pretty measured guy, and it really struck me when he did that article, when he was in that article in CNBC today, where he said he believes that U.S. banks will begin to use XRP. And when I read it, I was sitting there thinking, this guy is not the type of guy that says something like this unless he already knows. So my question for you, Joe, on that is, do you think that there's going to be some U.S. bank announcements coming for use of XRP?
Yes. I don't know in what time frame. I would imagine it would be after there's a settlement with the SEC, just knowing, banks and how risk averse they are. But you're right to pinpoint Stu as having made that statement because, if you look at Stu's background, he actually worked at one of the largest global banks, HSBC. And that's a bank that's heavily involved in the international payment system as well. And they're the largest processor of trade letters of credit around the world. And so...
HODL. That HODL. We got another one from Riz XRP landmark ruling in the U.S. crypto case for XRP.
Get you to get your crystal ball out for me if you don't mind. Ripple intends to use XRP for cross-border settlements. How likely is it that XRP becomes the #1 cryptocurrency now that it does have a bit more legal clarity in the US compared to others?
Yeah, well, I don't know necessarily if it's going to be the number one, but certainly looking at the breakdown, I mean, right now as it stands, the big two are Bitcoin and Ethereum. I think Ethereum has about 20% of the market, and Ethereum and Bitcoin on any good day is probably between 45 to 50% of the market. So they are two behemoths still that need to, there's going to be a long way to go. But XRP generally comes in around number 3 in terms of trading volume, in and around one of the better known stable coins. So we're still in the foothills when it comes to use cases and kind of the development around the use cases of each of these different tokens. But as somebody who used to work in banking, I can appreciate the issues around interbank transfers, overnight bank transfers, FX transfers, the delays that are kind of baked into those systems. But using something like an XRP token or others certainly gives you a lot around speed and a lot around transparency, which I think is the primary use case that Ripple have put forward with XRP. And full disclosure, we're one of the Ripple partners here for their on-demand liquidity program here in Australia. So I do have a horse in the race for transparency purposes. But yes, no, I do think that it just really illustrates the benefits of blockchain technology and the speed, the transparency, low cost. There's an awful lot there that's worth exploring, both for traditional finance and for potentially crypto investors.
XRP coming for that top spot. Where did they get a HODL? Or that HODL? Another one from Rosie Rios on intergenerational wealth transfer.
When you think about the intergenerational wealth transfer that's going to go on, what do you think about?
Yeah. Well, first of all, thanks for having me. And if you're only thinking about it now, you're behind the 8 ball. The train has left the station. I keep saying that, and it's absolutely true, especially when it comes to this topic. So what people need to realize about intergenerational wealth is it's already happening, right? So we're talking about so the boomers, which is my generation, we have the most discretionary income. But this next generation, basically, the millennials, although it's pretty much anyone born in the mid-90s and later, are going to inherit this opportunity to really think about investments in a totally different way. So even here now in this economic downturn, this unprecedented economic downturn, this is where, in my opinion, the wealth management industry has a huge opportunity. It's no longer about taking them out to golf and buying them dinner. It's really kind of thinking about how to use technology and information in a totally different way. So if you're not already on their app, on their phone, and that's how they access information, if you're not already there, you're behind. You're behind.
We got XRP Crypto XRP Bullish Pennant, $1.30, 59 cents. What do you think? We got Dark Defender. It was 8 months back when they asked about the ISO 20022 migration, whether FedNow dates are correct or not. XRP relisted. Lawsuit is a success. Big players in. Up next. FedNow XRP decision aligned with the plan. Know what you hold, know what's coming, and know why they want you out. With that being said, Batman and Bag Ladies got a brand new track exclusive over on NFTempo. Links down below if you want to pick one up for 13 XRP. Don't forget to set the XFT Trust Line. You will be airdrop 1000 XFT. We are not done. We're just getting started. Also, we're about a month away from the 589 Daytona Beach meetup out in Florida. Links down below for all the information. Where will you be when that regulation jar of molasses finally breaks open and XRP true price is finally set free? Later glitches. I am the XRP Bagman, the Moon Commander, currently up here on the mothership, stuffing some bags and enjoying the show. Appreciate you stopping by, tuning in, smashing those likes for some more Moon O'Clock news. Hope y'all continue to stay extra bullish out there. Continue holding those good vibes. Remember to sell the FUD, buy up those bags. Don't forget to spread that liquid love. Also, if you're new here, don't forget to drop a subscribe. Drop a comment down below. All the OG diamond hands out there, drop a comment down below. Drop an elbow on that like button from the top ropes. Catch you up here, top floor on the mothership for the moon party. BYOB. Bring your own bags. Bring your own billions. Be your own bank. Peace out, crypto ghosts.
We are not done, just having some fun. Just getting started, the flip of the switch and you thought you could short it. Burning the escrow, now there's been a shortage. So many digits, now you can't afford it. We up in the sky, price jumping like Jordan. Can't have enough bags, all we did was hoard it. We saw, you probably sell a few organs. So many accounts, threw away all my ledgers. We hold the keys, we hold the treasures. Get off them exchanges in BYOB. Surf on the waves, don't get caught in the weeds. And we finally blow, we financially free. We throwing a party, we waking the sheep. We all going ghosts to the islands we fleet. We cannot die, we all in a G. Hey.